we will remain respectful and lawful the entire time. We want law enforcement to be on our side. So far, they've been very accommodating. I went through the whole spiel about if you've seen anything circulating on social media about, any kind of negative activity that might be criminal in nature, like, we've seen messages come out about, their claims that the people from the convoy are trying to locate MPs' addresses, and that there might be like some kind of effort to create like another January 6th United States Capitol Hill type event. I discussed that with all of the people involved for those police agency liaisons. Very clear, that is not us. That is outside influences just trying to derail this movement and validate what the Prime Minister has said about groups like ours. The overwhelming response was like, yep, we know.
Welcome to Bright Light News, everybody. We're very happy to have here and excited Bethan Nodwell. We have Daniel Bulford and Chris. Thank you, ex-RCMP officer.
That's correct. Yep. Just resigned December 15th, 2021.
Right. And why?
Because of the federal mandate for RCMP officers and the other federal employees that were impacted. And I've spoken out publicly a number of times against the mandates. I was working as a spokesperson for the Mounties for Freedom. I've also been working with another organization called Taking Back Our Freedoms. And then just a couple of days ago, I was recruited to help organize volunteer security, but for the Adopt a Trucker program, adoptatrucker.ca, to coordinate volunteer security for the event down around Parliament Hill over the next few days. And I'm committed to helping work with the truckers until they decide when it's time to go. When they are satisfied that they can go.
Right. Okay, excellent. And behind you, we have Chris, also from Adopt a Trucker. Chris, we already did an interview. We appreciate you coming back again. Chris, can you tell us your role here in this exciting weekend that's happening?
I started Adopt a Trucker and didn't really know where it would go. And I wanted to make sure that every Canadian would have the chance to adopt a trucker, to feed them, house them, make sure they have showers, make sure they get shuttled from their trucks. And I thought it would be a great opportunity that everyone in Canada would be able to adopt one trucker and give him the honor that they deserve what they're doing for us. This is unbelievable. And it's been going great. And the food and the people, I think we got 800 volunteers, and I don't know how many rooms and showers. And I know we got like 150 people that will shuttle people around. And then it got a little bit more. We thought, what else can we do? And this is when we brought this lovely team in. And if I could show you the whole team in the room that we are, many of them working on computers back and forth and ideas. And it feels like, we're trying to save the world, but we're just trying to get our freedom back. And it's a wonderful thing to watch these people at action. I couldn't do without them. They're amazing.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you. So now, both you and Daniel have been instrumental in working with police. Can one of you speak to that? And in terms of the safety, are we looking at people being trapped in the city if they come to support what's happening? Will they be stranded here for weeks on end? What's happening to that end, and what has been your involvement in this?
No. So, I was put into contact with liaisons from the Ottawa Police Service, from the Parliamentary Protective Service, from Chris. He already had those contacts made. So I've been in contact with both of those organizations. Plus, I also reached out to an RCMP contact of, someone that I have worked with in the past locally here in Ottawa. We'd been in meetings together. And so I called him directly today. I made it very clear to all the different police agencies that typically work these big events in Ottawa that every single member of the convoy, every person associated with our organizing group, everyone is under very strict instructions and knows that we will remain respectful and lawful the entire time. We want law enforcement to be on our side. So far, they've been very accommodating. I went through the whole spiel about if you've seen anything circulating on social media about, any kind of negative activity that might be criminal in nature. Like, we've seen messages come out about, their claims that the people from the convoy are trying to locate MPs' addresses, and that there might be like some kind of effort to create like another January 6th United States Capitol Hill type event. I discussed that with all of the people involved for those police agency liaisons. Very clear, that is not us. That is outside influences just trying to derail this movement and validate what the Prime Minister has said about groups like ours. The overwhelming response was like, yep, we know. And it seems like they've been reminded over and over and over again from organizers within the convoy and the group here that we're lawful, we're respectful, we're working with the police. We were provided maps and routes for the trucks for when they're coming into Ottawa, where they're going to go, where they're going to park. That was all coordinated with police cooperation, even prior to me being coming onto the scene. And so making sure that emergency services are not affected and that the people will still be able to get in and leave the city. Like, that's not what the truckers are here for, right? The truckers are here to make a statement that we're going to work with law enforcement. We're going to protest peacefully and lawfully, but they're not going to take it anymore, right? I think the elites of the world, including here in Canada, they did not account for the grit and the strength and the courage of the blue collar men and women of this country. And they're going to save us. They're going to get our freedom back, but we're going to do it lawfully and respectfully. And I think so far, the response from the police agencies have been pretty accommodating.
Okay, so 18 wheels to flatten the curve.
100%.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, and just to add on to what our dear Corporal Bulford was saying, is that that any infiltrator needs to be put on notice right now, that we are all watching for them and they will be surrounded so quickly. We have law enforcement, undercover security, we have the truckers, everybody is on the watch for them. So it's not going to be an environment where they're going to be able to cause problems easily. They will be very quickly surrounded, wrapped in bubble tape, bubble wrap, and moved off site very quickly. So we're not going to leave any opportunity for that to happen.
Excellent. So the goal is to have a safe event where the world takes notice, government takes notice. Is the goal also to slow down and disrupt the city?
I think that's going to happen anyways. But like I said, that's not our goal. I mean, it's in within itself. It's really hard to get around already in a car. But again, we've been working with police. That's not our intentions. We don't want anyone to get hurt.
No,
this is, we want love, peace, joy, and our freedom back, please. That's all we want.
Okay.
but Ottawa will feel our presence.
Oh yeah,
you can hear them now. Hasn't even started yet, and you can hear them now. So Ottawa will be clear that there's been a declaration made this weekend.
Well, listen, driving out here yesterday from Toronto, a couple hours ahead of the convoy, every overpass that we hit,
amazing,
filled with people, and it is hard to suppress this overwhelming feeling of hope that our freedoms will be restored through this charge being led through the truckers. It's hard to suppress that, but we want to temper it. But at the same time, I think it's going to be a massive historic moment here. The world is watching again. Any idea on the number of truckers? I mean, no one can really say until they're here, but can we throw out a number here? Because we're hearing 50,000 and then 1 million people coming, right?
It's part of the great mythology of the truckers is exactly how many are coming. The naysayers, 2,000. I think they're in for a big surprise. We have heard numbers 35,000, 50,000, as high as 70,000. It's going to be difficult to assess until they all get here, and they will be in all sorts of locations. So unless we have some good helicopter footage, it will be a very difficult number to assess, but it's huge. It's biblical.
Well, we know that it beat the Guinness records, right? So
yeah.
How many was that?
Right. Now, so can you tell us, for people who are coming in, how should they plan on moving around the city to get safely and quickly to Parliament Hill?
Rickshaw.
Rickshaw, yeah.
That's their
Hey, I got an idea.
fat bike.
Yeah, I got an idea. Join the adopted trucker, put a form in,
Yeah.
give a donation, and we might even come pick you up in one of our shuttles.
Yeah, no, actually, that's a good point. If they wanted to volunteer, make sure they go into our registration form on adoptatrucker.ca and let us know how you can help. And we'll try and we have phone trees going right now and
Make a donation.
make a donation,
A
please.
donation as well at adoptatrucker.ca.
Yeah, it will take you to a site called Give, Send, Go, which is a legitimate fundraising site, but that's where the Adopt a Trucker CA web address will take you to, as well as the web registration form.
Excellent. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to clarify what's going to happen on this historic weekend again. Any parting words do you have for people?
Be safe, have fun, freedom.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. We've been waiting for a long time for this. So this is our Woodstock. And we just want it to go really, really, really well and smoothly and continue that love fest across the country vibe. We want to be able to receive that here safely and continue on that feeling with a determination for outcomes that have already been declared.
Excellent. Thank you again so much. And hopefully we can be in contact with Tamara Litch, have her on as well, just so I know people want to hear from her as well. So thank you again. We hope you have a safe and an incredible time. Thank you again so much for organizing this. We appreciate this.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, great.
Take care.
Take care.